What's going on? We back, Motor City Sports Talk. I believe it's week 7. Lions coming off a bye. They will be playing the Dolphins of Miami. And let's get into the breakdown prediction for this game Sunday. The Lions will be traveling to South Beach, and they will see at least 3 Lions that I know of on the depth chart. Former Lions, Wesley Johnson was here for a minute. Travis Swanson is their starting center. And Akeem Spence is one of their starting defensive tackles that I know of. And Ryan Tannehill might not play this week. Last week, Brock Osweiler led the Dolphins to a win. Nobody knew Ryan Tannehill was going to be not that injured where he wouldn't play. But no worries, Brock Osweiler ripped through the Chicago Bears defense. The Dolphins have won their first 3. They have beat the Titans in the game that was weather delayed. They have beaten the Jets. They've beaten the Raiders. They have lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Bengals. And they beat the daunting Chicago Bears last week with the backup quarterback. Now, also, with Ryan Tannehill being injured, you have that one of their best pass rushers, Cameron Wake, will be injured. But they still have Robert Quinn, who haven't really been that good since signing that new contract when he was with the Rams, St. Louis and the Los Angeles Rams, all right? They team sucks in every category, to be honest. But they was winning. They had a favorable schedule. They beat the Jets, and we couldn't beat the Jets the next week. They beat the Titans. They beat the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders, they got to win over the Browns. They lost to the Patriots, with some momentum. They was going in that game undefeated. Then turned around, lost to the Bengals, and then they beat the Chicago Bears. So the Dolphins, no slouch. Going to Miami always poses a problem to where, how can I explain it? It poses a problem where the amenities around Miami, around the football game, usually gets players. You see a lot of players not playing up to par. They love to enjoy to go down to Miami Friday or Thursday whenever they arrive, and they like to party. They don't be focused. The women, especially for rookies, to get caught up in that as well. The Dolphins, they have, Tannehill and Osweiler be starting. They got some talented receivers. Akeem Grant is very, very talented. He's like a little unknown guy. Albert Wilson has been totally tearing it up. Devontae Parker hasn't really lived up to the bill coming out of Louisville. Kenny Stills is always a deep threat. So y'all got some good targets, man. They got a solid backfield, and Ken Drake and Frank Gore, the Inconvenient Truth, the future Hall of Famer out of the University of Miami many, many moons ago, 49er coat. So they got a really good team defense. They got a good corner in Xavier Howard. They got 2 good safeties in Rashad Jones or Johnson. I think it's Jones or Johnson, one of the two. Get them mixed up. And they got a really good safety in TJ McDonald, who used to be a corner for the Rams. I think it just was just too big to be a corner. Now they got him at safety. And Kiko Martinez is still a linebacker. So they got a really solid team, man. Adam Gase, the former Bears offensive coordinator, is their offensive coordinator. And Lions are coming off a bye week, so they should be fully juiced. Kerryon Johnson should be healthy. They should have figured out a contingency plan for Jamal Agnew being injured. And, like Xavier Howard is an underrated corner. They got a couple other corners that I don't think that's that good. Kiko Martinez is a solid linebacker, but they have some matchups that I like for the Lions. And it's some matchups that, you probably like for the Dolphins offensively. Ken Drake is a solid running back, and Frank Gore was tearing it up last week. Let's talk about, what the Dolphins got to do. I try to show the other team some love, to be honest. And, Dolphins need to run the ball, with Osweiler starts with the running game. The Bears had some problems last week, I think, with Frank Gore and Ken Drake. Ken Drake did fumble on the goal line, almost lose the game. But they got to run the ball versus the Lions. Play action with Osweiler, short slants, easy throws for Osweiler. Don't try to make it we go 3 and 4 in the progression. Try to make quick, easy throws for Osweiler. Run the ball defensively. Dolphins just gotta tackle when these Golden Tates and Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay catch the ball. I think they got one good corner, Xavier Howard, but the Lions got 2 good threats and some good running backs coming out the backfield. So they got to get pressure on Stafford, stop the run, make the Lions one-dimensional, and then I think they'll have a chance at beating the Lions. But they got to eliminate the run, and they got to make the Lions one-dimensional, and they got to eliminate the big play. I think that's very, very key for the Miami Dolphins. Without having Cameron Wake, that's going to be a letdown with Robert Quinn kind of manning the pass rush. I mean, Kiko Alonso is a very instinctive linebacker. They got some really, really good safeties. That T.J. McDonald is more of a run support safety, and Rashad Jones, okay? And get into it about the Lions. They have two big hitter safeties. Both of their safeties are more of big hitters, and they not that good in coverage, in my opinion, Rashad or T.J. McDonald. If you get any of them on man coverage, you got to take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? Both of them guys are more stiff, more, big hitters. McDonald used to be a corner, but he used to get torched as a corner. That's why he got switched to free safety. So, I mean, if Jim Bob could figure out how to use Luke Wilson, how to use the tight end, and stretch the field, he got a great matchup if he get McDonald on Luke Wilson, or if he get McDonald on Golden Tate. Anybody McDonald on, running back, tight end, whoever, you got a good matchup. He can't cover, especially small, quick guys like Theo Reddick, especially guys that can run and run good routes down the field like Luke Wilson. That's a great matchup for the Lions this week, is the tight end in the backs out the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Excellent matchup with the receivers as well. I don't think it's a cornerback in the league that can stop Kenny Galladay right now, and they don't have more than one cornerback that can stop the rest of the bunch. Golden Tate has another tremendous matchup this week. Golden Tate is a guy that you should be looking to start. Another tremendous matchup. Marvin Jones coming off a bye week. Don't surprise if he explodes as well. He may be healthier, and he usually, he had a late start last year, late start. Then he got hot from the middle down the stretch. So those are guys I'm looking at for the Lions. Continue to run the ball. Miami ain't that good in stopping the run the ball. Tyreek Cohen had some success last week. Let's continue to trend towards Kerryon Johnson becoming the main back. But this is a game where Theo Reddick can have an impact as well coming off the backfield. I like his matchup, him and Kerryon versus the linebackers on them. Defensively for the Lions is to stop the run, make Osweiler play from behind, and make him start throwing the ball. He will turn the ball over. Eliminate the quick slants, the drag plays, the quick route plays that's going to give them yards after the carry yak. Albert Wilson is very, very good at working the middle of the field and working the deep middle of the field, and from that slot position, from the outside position, getting big plays. You got to know where Albert Wilson is. You got to know where Kenny Stills is. Make them dudes be route runners. Make them possession receivers. Don't let them dudes get deep. Play the deep part of the field, but also play a lot of tight coverage and bump them off the line. Because if you get your hands on them smaller receivers, they not known to get off bump and press. So they will have to start running, putting them in motion and bunching them together to get them off of quick routes, to get them off the line with clean releases. So they need to jam at the line, bump them off the line, take away the quick reads, you know what I'm saying? And then the pass rush is going to have to be in full effect and get sacks and stuff of that nature. That's what it is. You have to, if either one, Tannehill or Osweiler, I don't think either one of them that good. Take away the deep big plays and take away the short yak plays. That's the game, okay? That's the game for the Lions. Take away the quick 3-step drops and take away the deep part of the field. And keep those receivers in the middle area, especially if Devontae Parker's still out of favor with Adam Gase and don't play that much, or if he's still injured. Make them dudes beat you, as in possession range from the 7, probably from the 5 to 10-yard range. Those receivers ain't possession receivers. They more of the yak explosion, yak plays, or they the deep receivers that can take the top off the defense. So you want to get your hands on them, bump them off their route, and disrupt their route so they can't get deep, or they can't get the quick the quick slant catches, or the quick zig outs, or the quick out routes, or just the quick smoke screens. Their receivers are yak and deep. They got smaller receivers other than Devontae Parker. That's their game. So you got to make sure you get hands on those corners. But ultimately, I think the Lions win this game. I'm going to say they win the game 31-28 over the Miami Dolphins. It's a tough game. I don't think this is 100% concrete that these Lions win the game, but I think they find a way to win the game. If Osweiler or Tannehill play, I think they figure it out, and I think they figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I think they figure it out, and I think they win 31-28. Detroit Lions. I think Golden Tate is a good fantasy play, and look out for our preview show coming Saturday afternoon. I'll put the invitation up. Motor City Sports Talk. Y'all know what it is. We gone.